Good afternoon, everybody. It's a wonderful day today. And we are here at the Chamber of Commerce offices looking out onto the river and getting ready for this weekend's Pints, Pools, and Paddles event. So it's going to be quite exciting. The river's coming up just a little bit. And so we think it's going to be a great weekend for kayaking and watching all these great kayakers do an obstacle course. We've been watching them put it up this weekend. And also, just to let you all know, you can get your tickets for Pints, Pools, and Paddles if you want the Pints portion of it. You can get that through the Springs Resort website. And right when you go, right up at the top, you just click on that button and it takes you right to the tickets. Remember that there is a local tasting ticket as well. And then there's also certainly a package for tasting and soaking if you'd like to do that. So I don't know what you're doing this weekend, but that sure does seem to be a fun day. And also Saturday, although we're not doing the big spring clean, if you can get out for just a little bit and maybe walk the area, a couple different sections of town and pick up a little trash, let's just keep that in the back of our minds that we just want to keep our community really clean and beautiful, because as the snow melts, it brings out the trash. So we also have Mother's Day coming up. And with Mother's Day coming up, I started thinking this morning, I have a great idea for a Mother's Day gift. And so I'm going to bring on Rebecca Tenpenny with us right now. And Rebecca is the executive director for Pagosa Community Initiative. And Rebecca, you are getting ready to have a big event in a couple of weeks. But I was thinking this morning that this would be, to buy a ticket to this event would be a great gift for Mother's Day, because you are hosting the Second Chance Prom and you get to go to prom with who you want, not with kind of who you went with maybe 20 years ago and you can't even remember their name. So it's a second chance. It's a fresh start. Tell us about this great fundraiser that you're going to have on May 17th.
Yes. So on May 17th, we're having Second Chance Prom at the community center. It goes from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. And it is our major fundraiser for Pagosa Community Initiative. We at PCI are in charge of delivering all free after-school programming for middle school and elementary school students. And we are also a family resource center, so we help families in need and in poverty. And Second Chance Prom is a blast. We have a live DJ, we have a cash bar, appetizers, a silent auction, and we crown our king and queen of Pagosa for the year. We have different couples that are on our prom court and are helping to raise money for PCI right now. And whoever raises the most gets to be king and queen.
Well, who is our nominees this year for king and queen?
So we have 3 different couples. We have John and Michelle Johnson. They're wonderful and new to learning about our organization. We also have Matt and Tasha Kostler. They are soon to be opening up the new brunch spot, Patria, and they have 5 wonderful children that I've taught in the past. We also have Melissa Buckley and Chris Moeller, and they are, Melissa's a longtime Pagosa resident, and they also have kids that are in our programming, and they also run S&M Bikes, a BMX bike company, which is really cool. They host Pond Fest every year. And so our couples are awesome. They've really kind of rallied their friends and family to help support, and we are grateful for every bit of support that they're giving us.
So, Rebecca, we have talked about organizations that have been around for a while and have a pretty big stronghold, foothold in the community that serve the needs of our children and our youth, as well as our education programs. But PCI is newer. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Not that you're not established, but I'm not sure the organization, what is that? And can you give us a little history of how you started out and then to where you are now? Because I really think that the organization fills a huge niche or meets a niche and fills a huge need in our community. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, actually, I've only been the director of the organization for a year, but we've been around for almost 3 years as Pagosa Community Initiative. It'll be 3 years in June. And before that, we were under the umbrella of a different organization. And when we saw that need was rising, we developed our former ED, our founding ED, Jenna Gannon, developed Pagosa Community Initiative. And so we have grown a lot in those past few years. We started out with an after-school program that hosted probably on average like 30 to 40 kids in the afternoon. And we did have to charge a sliding scale fee because we were so tiny. Luckily, we received a grant to help with that. And along with generous donations from around town, we're able to offer that programming for free. And we have served over 200 unique children this year. And we have on average 80 kids a day total between both of our sites. We've also opened up into the family services side of providing for the community. And we are a family resource center that is a member of the Family Resource Center Association here in Colorado. And we have some family advocates that help families in need access different services, sign up for different supports and financial assistance. And we do a lot, and it keeps us busy, but we're really happy that we're growing, and our staff has gone from 2 to now we're at, I think, 25 with part-time employees included. We're really far up there. So it's really exciting.
So similar to, the Dancing with the Pagosa Stars, even if you can't go to the event, you can certainly donate or vote for your favorite couple. And certainly, these 3 couples are very well known in the community. So how can someone, every dollar does count. So how can somebody vote?
Yeah. So if you go to our website, pagosacommunityinitiative.org, on the homepage, you will see a link to our Denim and Diamonds Second Chance Prom. Oh, I forgot to say that's the theme this year.
Oh, of course.
So it's a little different. It's a lot of fun. And it will take you to a website called Give Butter. That's where we're selling tickets, but you can also donate there. And you can donate in the name of one of our couples if you want to see them win. You can also register and bid remotely on our silent auction on the day of the event. So you don't actually have to be there to win some of the amazing things that businesses around town have been so generous to donate to us. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think it's wonderful. I think it's such a clever idea. So Denim and Diamonds. So get out your best pair of jeans.
Yeah, you can go any way you want with it. You can be rhinestone cowboy. You could have your Canadian tuxedo. You could go completely glitz and glam, just diamonds, just to have fun with it, or just show up and whatever you'd like to wear to a prom. We don't mind. We welcome everyone, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, I will certainly be there serving the masses, and it's always my pleasure, and I have a blast. And I think half the fun is just seeing who comes, how everybody comes dressed. I just think it's every year, it is so much fun. So even if you went to prom with maybe you didn't really care for your date and you just want to get some girlfriends together and come, you can do that. And like I said, buy a unique Mother's Day gift and take her to the prom this year.
Wonderful idea, Mary Jo.
There you go. Well, thank you so much for joining us again today, and we wish you all the success. Remember that that is on May 17th. So just remember to join us, join Pagosa Community Initiative May 17th at the Ross Aragon Community Center for Denim and Diamonds and the Second Chance Prom. Thanks, Rebecca. We appreciate it.
Have a great one.
Well, and everybody, thank you again for joining us. Let's talk about a few things before we get off the air today. I do want to also remind everybody that tonight is the Community Development Corporation's annual meeting. It will be held at the Springs Resort, and it is open to the public. And I'll tell you, if you want to find out more about what is going on with affordable housing or with broadband. There's some wonderful initiatives, workforce development. They have been doing a fabulous job. So please join them this evening starting at 5:30. Also, we want to let everybody know that we still do have hanging baskets available. And you can just jump onto the Chamber's website for that. And if you just go to the graphics for the hanging basket, just click on that, enter as a guest. If you don't have a Chamber account, all you do is enter as a guest and just follow the directions from there. So with the weather still iffy, we have not heard when the flowers will be delivered, but as usual, it will be close to the Memorial Day holiday. We also want to remind everybody that there will be a Cone Zone meeting this month. It's really important. We've got a lot of businesses that are, of course, being affected. And so we want to hear from these businesses. We also want to push out the information about signage and parking. The signage is coming out gradually. So we want to talk about that as far as the signage being placed for business access, as well as parking and pedestrian traffic and crosswalks. So we also have some initiatives that we will be rolling out to the public, but we need that business input. So we will be meeting on, Monday, May 19th at Mountain Pizza and Tap Room. So please join us for that. Also, mark down on your calendars that there will be a ribbon cutting on the 17th, same day as Second Chance Prom, but opposite end of the day at 8 a.m. in the morning for this great restaurant, Two Chicks and a Hippie. What an expansion they have done. They have almost tripled their space. They are over in the Country Center Plaza, and we just can't wait for that ribbon cutting. They are open, but we are just excited for this great expansion, and the old facility will be repurposed, and we'll be doing a ribbon cutting on that property soon. So stay tuned for that. But please join us on the 17th, which is Saturday morning at 8 a.m. for ribbon cutting for Two Chicks and a Hippie. And while you have your calendars out, please, coming on the heels of an extremely successful April business happy hour, we also have a great business happy hour this month, and it is the downtown businesses. Now, you really want to support that business happy hour because we all want to support our businesses downtown. There's going to be plenty. There is parking, whether you believe it or not. You just have to walk, but the entrances to that event will be at Goodman's and also on the west end of the street. You'll be able to register at Goodman's or Lace and Lariat. So we'll be talking more about that next week, but please mark that down on your calendars for May 23rd. And we've extended the hours because we have almost 15 businesses, I think, participating, and that's going to be from 4:30 to 7:30 on the 23rd. There's lots more going on. I hope everybody gets out this weekend, enjoys some great weather, and remember, pints, pools, and paddles. Pints and pools, there is ticketing for that. Just head out to the community and the Riverwalk area, and you'll be able to see it. that's it for me today. I hope everybody has a great week. We are so grateful for the moisture, and we'll see everybody next week. Thank you for joining us.